Welcome to a MainelyDIY.com video.
Hi, today I'm going to show you how to block your crochet squares. Things out and show you why I would want to block my squares. So this is a variation of a granny square, and if I put that one on, it's pretty close to the same size. Ooh, this one's getting a little bit smaller. Oh, this one's quite a bit bigger. That one's the same size as the last, but bigger than some. This one's a little bit smaller. So I don't want that. I want them to be all the same size. So I'm going to do what they call blocking my squares. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out the biggest one that I have. So this is pretty much the big one. Okay, so now that I have chosen this is my bigger square, I found a piece of scrap wood that I'm going to use and some nails. So I'm going to take a nail and pound it into near the corner. Make sure you don't pound all the way through. Just has to be enough to be in there fairly sturdy. Okay. So then I'm going to take a try to get that a little lined up. I'm going to take a straight edge just so that it might be aligned a little better. So I'm just kind of putting it in the corner there. And I'm going to draw, well, probably I'll be in the middle of the nail just for kicks. That way and this way, just so I get my nails kind of in a straight line. So I'm going to hook my corner over that nail, and then I'm going to turn slightly here so you can see it, and I'm going to put another nail in, but I want to make sure I'm on that line, so I'm just going to slide that up. I'm stretching my granny square just a bit, because you remember this is one of the bigger ones, so you don't want to stretch it too much. And then I'm going to come along my other line here, and I'm going to put my nail in the corner there, and as I say, I'm going to stretch it a bit, just a hair, and I'll pound that nail. Okay. So I'm going to slide my square up a little bit, maybe fold it over, turn it so you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to come off of this nail, off this nail, kind of more or less centered it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I am just drawing a line up that way, and I slide that up so I can see what I'm doing. Move it over a little bit so maybe you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to draw another straight line. Oops. There we go. And so where they cross, that ought to be my fourth point. So I'm just going to go ahead and slip the nail in and pound it down on that point. So I have my blocking board all made. So then I'm just going to take my other squares, and I'm going to go into the corner and feed them over the head of the nail. So you probably don't want a huge head there, because I'm on this particular design I'm stretching my holes, so maybe I would use a board that had smaller head nails on it, but for demonstration purposes this just works fine, and it works fine anyways because yarn has some stretch and give to it. See, this one I'm having to stretch quite a bit putting it on there. So I'm going to continue to stack them up. Okay, so I have my block made. I put a few squares on there. You can actually stack it right up, but I put a few on there. I don't know, I've got maybe 6 on there, 6 or 8, something like that. And so that's my they're ready to do the blocking part. So I'm going to do that in just a moment. And what I am doing right now is I am heating my steam iron up. That works really well. I'm going to do that and come back. So I'm just going to take my iron over the top of my yarn and steam it. So you can use a steam iron, or I have a handy little gadget here that's a closed steamer. So I've got that all heated up, and I'm just going to give it a couple of steams, and then I'm going to let it sit overnight. Let's say you don't have a steamer or steam iron.
Use a squirt bottle with water in it.
I've got it set to a fine mist.